The amateur athlete pushes through exhaustion, trains 7 days a week, and wears sleepless nights like badges of honor. Meanwhile, the elite athlete follows a precise recovery protocol, prioritizes 8 hours of sleep, and plans rest days as strategically as training sessions. Guess which one consistently performs better? What if I told you the secret weapon that separates good athletes from great ones isn't more training, it's smarter recovery? What if the difference between plateauing and progressing isn't found in the gym, but in your bedroom while you sleep? I'm Lars, and I've got your raw daily fuel for today. Today, we're breaking down why rest isn't weakness, it's strategy. We're going to examine the precise mechanisms that happen during recovery, why elite athletes treat sleep like performance enhancement, and how strategic rest prevents forced rest. Because the most successful athletes understand something amateurs don't. Results don't happen during training, they happen during recovery. This isn't about giving yourself permission to be lazy. This is about understanding the competitive advantage of intelligent recovery and using it systematically. Let's start with the fundamental truth that most people get backwards. Your workout doesn't build muscle. Your recovery builds muscle. Here's the mechanical reality. When you train, you create microscopic tears in muscle fibers and deplete energy stores. That's the stimulus. But muscle protein synthesis, the actual process of building stronger, bigger muscles, peaks during deep sleep, not during your workout. During the first 2 hours of deep sleep, your body releases the highest concentrations of growth hormone. This hormone triggers protein synthesis, repairs tissue damage, and builds muscle mass. Skip sleep and you skip the phase where your body actually gets stronger. Fat oxidation follows the same pattern. While you're sleeping, your body shifts into optimal fat-burning mode. During quality sleep, especially during the later sleep cycles, your metabolism increases fat oxidation rates by up to 30%. You're literally losing fat more efficiently while you sleep than during many waking activities. This means every hour of lost sleep is an hour of lost muscle building and fat burning. The amateur thinks more training equals more results. The elite athlete knows more recovery equals more results. Now let's talk about the mathematics of strategic rest, because this is where logic becomes undeniable. Skip one rest day today and you increase injury risk by approximately 15%. Sustain an injury and you're looking at 6 to 12 weeks of forced rest, depending on severity. The math is simple. One planned rest day now, or potentially 60 forced rest days later. This isn't fear-mongering, this is risk management. Dutch engineering teaches us to prevent system failures rather than react to them. Your body is a system, and strategic rest prevents system failure. I've analyzed the training data of professional athletes across multiple sports. Without exception, elite performers have structured recovery protocols. They don't rest when they feel like it. They rest according to periodization plans designed to optimize performance. Professional cyclists plan recovery weeks into their annual schedules. Elite runners follow hard, easy patterns religiously. Olympic weightlifters program deload weeks every fourth week. These aren't coincidences, they're strategic decisions based on performance data. The amateur trains by feel, pushing when motivated and skipping when tired. The elite athlete trains by system, following calculated cycles of stress and recovery that maximize adaptation while minimizing breakdown. But recovery isn't just physical, it's neurological. Your brain needs recovery to consolidate learning and improve performance. During REM sleep, your brain processes motor learning patterns. That technique you practice during training gets integrated into long-term memory during sleep cycles. The movement patterns become more efficient, coordination improves, and skill acquisition accelerates. Sleep research shows that athletes who get 8+ hours of sleep show 23% improvement in technique retention compared to those getting less than 6 hours. Your sleep quality directly correlates to skill development and performance improvement. This is why elite athletes treat sleep hygiene as seriously as nutrition protocols. Cool, dark rooms, consistent sleep schedules, limited screen time before bed. These aren't luxury habits, they're performance strategies. Here's where amateur thinking creates the biggest performance trap. More training without adequate recovery leads to worse results, not better ones. Overtraining syndrome creates a paradox where increased training volume decreases performance capacity. Your body becomes less responsive to training stimulus, recovery takes longer, and injury risk increases exponentially. You're working harder for diminishing returns. I've seen athletes plateau for months because they equated rest with weakness. They increased training frequency and intensity while decreasing recovery time. The result? Stagnant performance, chronic fatigue, and eventually forced rest through injury or illness. The data is clear: optimal training. Stress requires optimal recovery. Without strategic rest, you're not building a stronger athlete. You're building a more broken one. Let's approach this with Dutch efficiency. Systematic periodization of recovery. Plan your rest days like training sessions. Schedule them in your calendar. Treat them as non-negotiable appointments with performance improvement. This removes emotional decision-making and creates systematic recovery. Track recovery metrics alongside training metrics. Monitor sleep quality, resting heart rate, subjective energy levels, and performance markers. Successful training programs adjust recovery based on data, not feelings. Implement active recovery strategies during rest days. Light movement, stretching, meditation, or activities that promote parasympathetic nervous system activation. The goal isn't complete inactivity, it's strategic recovery that enhances adaptation. Create sleep optimization protocols, consistent bedtime routines, optimal sleep environment, and sufficient sleep duration. Treat sleep like nutritional timing, precise and purposeful. Here's what separates strategic thinking from amateur thinking. Understanding the difference between rest and recovery. Rest is passive, lying on the couch, doing nothing. Recovery is active, implementing strategies that enhance adaptation and performance. Elite athletes don't just rest, they recover strategically. Recovery includes proper nutrition timing, hydration protocols, stress management techniques, and sleep optimization. Every aspect is planned to maximize the body's adaptation response. This systematic approach to recovery creates compound advantages. Better recovery leads to more effective training. More effective training leads to faster progress. Faster progress leads to sustained motivation and consistency. Meanwhile, the amateur who skips recovery gets caught in a negative cycle. Poor recovery leads to poor training performance. Poor performance leads to frustration. Frustration leads to overtraining, and overtraining leads to breakdown. Your challenge for this week is to implement strategic recovery tracking. Monitor your sleep quality using whatever method works. Sleep app, journal, or simple 1 to 10 rating each morning. Track your energy levels and training performance. Correlate your recovery data with performance metrics. You'll quickly see the relationship between quality sleep, strategic rest, and training effectiveness. This data will convince you more than any motivational speech. Schedule at least 2 proper rest days this week. Plan them, protect them, and use them strategically. Notice how your training sessions improve when preceded by adequate recovery. The goal isn't to train less, it's to train smarter. Strategic recovery allows for higher training intensity when you do train, because your system is fully prepared for stress adaptation. Remember, the strongest athletes aren't the ones who never rest, they're the ones who rest most strategically. The fastest progress doesn't come from more training, it comes from optimal training supported by systematic recovery. This is competitive advantage through intelligent system management. While others accumulate fatigue and diminishing returns, you accumulate adaptation and progressive improvement. Recovery isn't the opposite of hard work, it's what makes hard work effective. I'm Lars, and that's your raw daily fuel for today. If this changed how you think about recovery strategy, hit that subscribe button. We're here every day with more powerful motivation that helps you train smarter, not just harder. Plan your rest like you plan your training. The results will prove the strategy.